Are you currently waiting on the promise of God for your life? Are you currently stepping out on faith? Or maybe even you're finally taking the step to surrender your desires to God. Therefore, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough troubles of its own. I want to touch on the topic of rushing and doing things in a hurry. For one, rushing comes from the enemy. That is not of God. Anybody that is waiting on the promise of God, anybody that is waiting for God to show up, anybody that is in a season of transition and you're waiting for direction, anything of that nature, where you're just wait patiently and be obedient in the wait. We have to learn to trust God in the wait and not make decisions out of desperation. 9 times out of 10, if you're making a desperate decision, it's not a good decision. It's a decision out of fear. And God has not called us to make decisions out of fear. He's not given us the spirit of fear. And sometimes we really just have to slow down and wait. We have to slow down and just listen. And I know it's hard, especially when you feel like you need to do this now. Like there's no more, like you feel like your back is against the wall and you've been stuck for way too long and you're feeling like you just need that change and you need it now. I know how it feels. So we don't have to rush. We can wait on Him. If you've gotten yourself in a situation where you're like, Lord, I need a way out, wait for His direction. Wait, because I know sometimes we go to Him and be like, Lord, and we don't wait. We don't wait for His answer. We don't wait for His leading. We just go forth. We're like, okay, I prayed about it. I prayed about it. And you're just making these decisions. But we have to wait. I really just wanted to come on here and kind of remind everybody to just take a second and pause wherever you're at, whoever you are, and just breathe and just pause. Like, life is going so fast and so many things are happening with politics and things of that nature that we're just living in. Like, this is one thing that I noticed too. We're so worried about tomorrow. Our anxiety is so high up because we're like, okay, so what are we going to do tomorrow? What am I going to eat tomorrow? How am I going to be productive tomorrow? And when you're rushing, you're not able to live in the moment. You're not able to catch the lessons that God is trying to teach you. You're not getting the signs. You're missing the things that God is trying to speak to you because you're rushing and you're not living in the present moment. You're worried about tomorrow. You're worried about the next day, 2 weeks from now, 4 years from now. And so it's like, I know that it's chaotic sometimes. I know that the world is like just going and life is just going, but we have to, as Christians, take a step back. And I don't even want to say as Christians, like, we're the only people that need to take a step back. Everybody just take a moment to just sit and pause and think and allow God to speak to you, soak in His presence. You guys should go and read Matthew 6 through, because I didn't read the whole chapter, but the scripture that I read was Matthew 6, verse 25 through 34. Definitely go and read that. It tells you basically like the birds, they're not going out and getting it, and I'm still providing for them. If we're more valuable than that, what makes you think God is not going to show up for you? What makes you think He's not going to provide for you? The enemy of speed. It's just like, who can get there first? Who can do it first? Who can do it the fastest? But that is not what God has called us to do. Slow down, and not in a sense of, okay, I'm not going to do it, or I'm going to take my time, because we don't know how much time we have. But one thing that I do know is we're not called to rush. You have to still put forth some effort, but also know that if God did not call you to do it, don't do it. It's like some people are waiting on marriage or a relationship, or they're waiting on a financial breakthrough, but some people don't have the patience to wait. So what happens is you settle for less. You settle for the man that God has not called you to be with. You settle for getting money in illegal ways or things of that nature. Wait on the Lord and you will be glad you did, because nothing good comes from rushing. And usually a rush decision is made out of fear, which means you don't trust God. Ye of little faith, do you not trust me? You don't trust God. If you're operating from a place of fear and you're rushing and you're doing things because you're fearful. So I kind of just wanted to touch on that. Because sometimes we miss the signs. Like, God will even tell you to slow down. And like, we miss it because we're going so fast. And we don't want God to slow us down, baby, because He gonna do it. This is the thing. If it's in His will, then he has a time, appointed time. You don't have to rush to hurry up and get there. You don't have to try to, no. He's already made a time, a day, the hour, maybe the minute. He's already made that. So there's nothing that we can do in our own will of rushing to get there any faster. We can't skip the line. Wait on, hold on a little while longer. That's all you gotta do. He'll work it out for you. You have to know that all good things work together for the good of those who love the Lord. It's gonna work out in my favor anyways. Because I got God on my side, so I don't have to worry about me or none of that. Comment something that you're waiting on from the Lord. And I'll see you in another video. Bye.